I'm Wes.
And I'm Amy. Oh my god, it's like that!
And we've just cruised our 50-foot home along the tidal River Thames in a flotilla of 30 other narrowboats. This is just crazy.
It was a bit scary, but also so much fun.
That was a big wave.
And we cruised past London's most famous landmarks.
George! Oh yeah.
It's so big from down here.
Thankfully, we all made it back safely to the end and moored up together for the night.
And despite the scorching heat, it's time to move on.
So sticky.
It's very hot. And we're off.
Flotilla's dispersed, we're all off going our separate ways, even though we're probably all going to go around the corner and moor at Hampton Court Palace.
I kind of don't want it to end because it's been so lovely being around so many narrowboaters, all doing the same thing, everyone's chatting to each other. I'm going to miss it, but I think a lot of people have got the same plan as us. Spend a little bit of time here and then go on the way, so I'm sure we'll be seeing a lot more. I'm still on such a high. That was absolutely amazing. I didn't sleep last night very well. I thought I would have be knocked out from how tired I was, but the adrenaline must have still been in my body, and I just kept replaying it, but in a good way. Oh, it was so cool.
It's the last day of my week off today as well. Back to work tomorrow. It's weird, the idea that going back to work feels like the rest period.
We hope you've enjoyed our big London city adventures. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, because we're going back to London. And if you missed it, we'll post it here.
But for now, we're heading back this way. Looks like the sailors are out today.
The course of action is to just stay predictable. Then they can go around us and they can dodge us better than we can dodge them.
We have to move as predictably as possible, and then they'll apparently weave around us.
It's exciting when you go through big crowds of sailors. Oh no, oh no! My God, oh my goodness. They always do miss you, but only just.
Just quite intense because they literally all look like they're about to crash into you, and then the last second they go.
And you have to go against your instinct to move out of their way, because that would make it worse. So if you just stay straight, then they'll sort it.
It looks like such hard work.
They all look really stressed.
It's not a relaxing sport. But it's very rare that you meet a rude one. We've only met one, but she was just rude because she crashed into us and I think was a bit embarrassed.
The river is bustling today. Thank you, guys.
Looks like we're fit, we're just going to stick ourselves in the bushes so that Dupes has got some shade, as it's pretty hot still. So we've moored up at Hampton Court Palace. We're going to stay here for a little while, I think, just recuperate a bit. But it's really hot and it's getting a bit worse, even though we've wedged the crotch into the trees as much as we can. We all know what time it is.
It's time for the annual Dupes shave.
I don't like doing the annual Dupes shave because it's always windy when we do it.
Time to make him look like a square.
Dupes is having to use my shaver because his broke last year. And my attachments are a lot shorter, so Amy's got to be careful not to give him too much of a buzz cut. Everyone else is just frolicking around swimming. We're shaving a rabbit.
I'm trying not to blow it on people.
It's going
That's why we've captured it with the umbrella.
Oh, it's going absolutely everywhere. Maybe we put him on the floor and then it won't blow up as high. Welcome back to the Dupes portable barbershop. We've relocated to the stern because it really was just blowing everywhere.
Just a little off the top, sir.
Oh yes. I wonder what people think is happening under this umbrella.
I bet they'd never guess we're shaving a rabbit. Oh no, he looks ridiculous. I don't want to get too close to his eyes, so it's really short on his top of his head and then really long around his eyes. Just have a look. Here he is! Ta-da!
I'm sorry, mate.
It's for your own good.
One of the reasons why you're as old as you are.
Do you love him?
Sometimes.
Stellar job.
As always.
Look at that head.
Some hairy legs, Amy.
Trust me, Rufus, you don't want to come out here.
You don't want this.
Oh! So we're just getting ready to go out now for the day. But we wanted to tell you about the active cool bedding that we've been using from Shipshape. They sent us these pillowcases just to try out. They didn't say to say anything specifically, they just said try them out, and honestly they're amazing. I don't know how the active cool stuff works, but it just feels cold all the time.
I'm definitely one of those people that absolutely hates sleeping when it's too hot. Especially with a bald head, it gets quite sweaty. But these things, I actually don't know how it works. Just stays cool.
So they do mattress covers and pillowcases, so your whole setup could be cool as a cucumber.
Use code BOATTIME10 at checkout for 10% off. Amy's just splashing a bit more water on the roof. It's quite good because we can just use the mop, douse the boat in water, and it just cools the steel down a bit. No watering can? No problem. That's clever, that is. Well, we've spent the last couple of hours trying to get the boat as cool as possible because it's 30 degrees now. We've drenched the boat in water, closed all the blinds, ventilated it, we've got all the fans on the go, pets have been doused with water. They're doing fine now. Dupes is hopping around and Rufus is being annoying.
So we're gonna go take the opportunity while we're under a tree and it's a bit cooler to explore Hampton Court Palace because it's Wes's last day off at work.
If you didn't already know, Hampton Court Palace is famous for having hosted Tom Jones recently. Oh, and also it used to be Henry VIII's house apparently.
Thank you. Wes is in charge, he's got the map. You look so funny with your sunglasses on and your audio headphones.
In 1538, cooks and staff busily prepared lavish feasts for the court. Everyone who hasn't listened to that bit's gonna be like, what's she doing? Just like us carrying our shopping around.
Maybe we don't need a trolley after all.
Quite good actually.
Maybe we need one of these.
We should clarify that the audio guide said we can pick things up.
We had a great time exploring the palace.
And some rooms even had staff in costume who were showing us how they made traditional Tudor sweets.
We're really glad we got to explore the palace as we had to skip it on the way down.
Thank you so much for watching and consider subscribing if you enjoyed.
Huge shout out to our chip pals on Patreon and for those that got us a bag of chips.
Check out our socials for even more content and we'll see you next time. It's the historic monument of Hampton Court Palace. So obviously Rufus just drops a big poo right outside the literal Golden Gates.